Space is really cool. The sheer size of the universe and the fact that there are billions and billions of galaxies make it almost impossible for humans to understand. Here is a list of 20 of the most out there facts about space that will inspire both young and old minds, from things that make you drop your jaw to things that make you feel awe. The universe we live in is a beautiful mix of chaos and majesty. So let's get started. But first, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell for all the latest updates. Number 1. There is no sound at all in space. In space, there is no air or atmosphere. Since there is nothing there, sound waves have nowhere to go. That means that even if you scream the loudest, no one will hear you in space. Radio waves, which are made of electromagnetic waves, can travel through space. Sound waves, which are made of mechanical waves, need something to travel through. Astronauts use radios to stay in touch with each other while they are in space, because radio waves can still be sent and received in a vacuum. Number 2. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees C. Venus is the planet that gets the most heat from the sun. The average surface temperature of this hot planet is about 450 degrees Celsius. Mercury is the planet that is closest to the sun. Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere to keep its temperature stable, so its temperature changes a lot. On the other hand, Venus has the densest atmosphere of any planet. Because of this atmosphere, Venus is very hot. Number 3. Nobody knows how many stars are in space. Because space is so big, it's impossible to say for sure how many stars there are. Right now, scientists and astronomers can only figure out how many stars there are by counting the ones in our galaxy, the Milky Way. There are between 200 and 400 billion stars, and it is thought that there are billions of galaxies. This means that there are so many stars in space that they can't be counted. Number 4. A full spacesuit from NASA costs $12 million. The backpack and control module took up about 70% of the total cost. If we converted the total amount to prices from today, it would be around $150 million. NASA has been using the same spacesuits since 1974. In 2019, the first spacewalk with only women had to be canceled because there weren't enough spacesuits. Number 5. Neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. Neutron stars are the densest and smallest stars in the known universe. They only have a radius of about 10 kilometers, but they may be a few times as heavy as the sun. When they are born from a core collapse supernova star explosion, they can spin up to 60 times per second. They have been known to spin as fast as 600 to 712 times per second because of how they are made. Number 6. A planet made of diamonds might exist. This is an interesting fact about space. Scientists at Yale University have found evidence that a planet called 55 Cancri E is made of rocks. It is twice as big as Earth and 8 times as heavy. It might be made of graphite and diamond on the outside. It's 40 light years away, but you can see it with the naked eye in the Cancer constellation. Number 7. The footprints on the moon will stay there for 100 million years. Since there is no air on the moon, there is no wind to wear away the surface and no water to wash away the tracks. This means that the footprints of the Apollo astronauts, as well as the prints of the spacecraft, rovers, and trash, will be there for a very long time. Number 8. If two pieces of the same metal touch each other in space, they will stick together forever. This amazing fact is also called cold welding, and it happens because the atoms in two pieces of metal don't know that they are different. On Earth, there is air and water between the pieces, so this doesn't happen. Number 9. The largest known asteroid is 965 kilometers wide. In 1801, the Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi found the dwarf planet Ceres. It was the first asteroid, and it was also the biggest one. It is in the asteroid belt, which is between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It makes up 33% of the mass of the whole belt. Number 10. The moon used to be a part of Earth. The theory says that when Earth was still young, it was hit by a huge object, which broke off a piece of the planet to make the moon. Then, because of the Earth's gravity, this piece began to go around it. Number 11. 99.86% of the mass of the solar system is in the sun. 3/4 of the sun is made up of hydrogen, and most of the rest is made up of helium. The mass of this yellow star is 330,000 times that of Earth. It has 99.86% of the mass of everything in our solar system. About 2/3 of the rest of the mass is made up of the gas giant Jupiter. Number 12. Only Mercury and Venus don't have any moons. Mercury and Venus are too close to the Sun to have any moons. The Sun's gravity is much stronger, so any natural satellites in orbit around these nearby planets will be pulled toward it. Number 13. So far, 82 moons have been found around Saturn. Saturn has more moons than any other planet we know of. Titan, which is the largest moon, is bigger than Mercury. The planet Saturn has rings, and there are also some smaller moons called shepherd moons that help keep the rings in shape. Number 14. Jupiter, the big gas planet, is a failed star. Hydrogen and helium make up Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in our solar system. These are the same things that make up our Sun, but Jupiter isn't big enough to start nuclear fusion and make its own electricity. It would become a low-mass star if it were about 80 times bigger. Jupiter has a storm called the Great Red Spot, which is another interesting fact. It's been going around for more than a century. Number 15. Pluto is no longer a planet. Instead, it is now called a dwarf planet. Since many objects that look like planets are being found, the number of planets will keep changing. The International Astronomical Union made a new category called dwarf planets because of this. Dwarf planets are things like Pluto that look like planets but don't take up most of the space in their orbit. Number 16. Pluto and Charon could be a double dwarf planet system. This dwarf planet is about half the size of its biggest moon, Charon. Compared to the size of its parent body, this makes it the biggest moon. These two are locked to each other by the tides. It means that both Pluto and Charon are facing the same side of Charon. Number 17. Enceladus, Saturn's moon, is the most reflective body in the solar system. Enceladus has a shell made of ice that reflects almost all of the light that hits it. It doesn't get much sunlight, so the temperature is around -201 degrees Celsius, which is very cold. People think that the water jets coming out of this icy world come from the ocean inside it. This moon is one of the most likely places to look for life other than on Earth. Number 18. The Sun will engulf Earth 5 billion years from now. The Sun is still in the main group of stars. It gets power from changing hydrogen into helium. It would get bigger and brighter as it turned into a red giant. When our Sun gets to this point, it is likely that its growth will reach the orbit of Mars. Even though the Sun is not yet a red giant, it is still much bigger than the Earth. In fact, there is room for about 1 million Earths inside the Sun. Number 19. When you look at a star, what you actually see is how it was in the past. It takes time for light to get to Earth. For example, it takes about 8.5 minutes for sunlight to reach the surface of the Earth. Sirius, which is a bright star, is about 8.6 light years away. That means that when you look up at Sirius tonight, you are seeing it as it was 8.6 years ago. Number 20. Massive stars end their lives through supernova explosions. Supernova happen when stars that are more than 5 times heavier than the Sun reach the end of their lives. Either a star collapsing into itself or a white dwarf in a binary system can cause a supernova. Some of these really big explosions also create black holes. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.